Social media is our new town square, where we connect, share, and do business. We post family photos, celebrate achievements, and sometimes reveal private thoughts, all behind what we hope are secure digital walls. But every wall has a weakness, and every lock a potential key. For hackers, that key is often a specialized operating system built to test and break digital defenses. This world operates in the internet's shadows, where information is the ultimate prize. Not all hackers are criminals. Ethical hackers use these tools to help companies find vulnerabilities before real damage is done. But the same tools can be used by those with malicious intent, turning private accounts into puzzles to be solved. The line between ethical and unethical hacking is permission. One has it, the other doesn't. Understanding how malicious actors operate is the first step in defending yourself. By learning their methods, we can build stronger defenses. This isn't about glorifying hackers, it's about demystifying their process. We'll explore the methods used to compromise social media accounts, the tools involved, and how you can protect yourself. The goal, not to create more hackers, but to create more secure users. By pulling back the curtain, we turn the fear of hacking into knowledge. Once you understand the steps, you can disrupt them. This knowledge is your first line of defense in a connected world. Let's dive into the tools, techniques, and mindsets behind social media hacking. The more you know, the safer you'll be. Your digital life is only as secure as your understanding of the threats. Let's get started. Kali Linux isn't your average operating system. It's a hacker's toolkit, packed with hundreds of security and penetration testing tools. Security professionals love it because everything they need is ready to go, organized for efficiency. Hackers, both ethical and malicious, use Kali for its power and focus. It's portable, run it from a USB stick, a laptop, or a virtual machine, leaving no trace behind. This makes it easy for attackers to carry their entire arsenal in their pocket. Kali's vast online community and documentation mean even beginners can launch basic attacks by following guides. This accessibility has led to a rise in script kiddies, amateurs using powerful tools without deep knowledge. For social media users, this means the threat isn't just from criminal masterminds, but also from curious amateurs. Kali Linux has lowered the barrier to entry for hacking. The result, more people with the power to attack, and more reasons for you to be vigilant. Understanding the tools is the first step to defending against them. Let's look at what's inside this digital toolbox. Within Kali Linux, a few tools stand out for social media hacking. Metasploit is the Swiss Army knife, used to deliver payloads, capture keystrokes, or steal session cookies if a victim runs a malicious file. Burp Suite acts as a web proxy, letting hackers intercept and manipulate traffic between a user and a site like Facebook. It can automate thousands of password guesses, making brute force attacks easier. Maltego is a data mining tool that maps out a target's online presence, connecting usernames, emails, and social profiles. This helps hackers craft convincing phishing attacks or guess security questions. The Social Engineer Toolkit, CT, automates phishing, creating fake login pages, and capturing credentials. Even those with limited technical skill can launch sophisticated attacks using these tools. Kali Linux makes digital intrusion alarmingly accessible. Knowing how these tools work is key to defending against them. Next, let's see how hackers gather the information they need. Every hack starts with reconnaissance, gathering information, not launching attacks. Hackers scour social media profiles for clues, pet names, birthdays, schools, and family members. They search for usernames, real names, and other accounts across the web, building a digital dossier. Tools like Maltego automate this, mapping out a target's entire online footprint. Every shared detail is a potential password or answer to a security question. Oversharing online hands attackers the building blocks for your password. Hackers may spend days quietly observing, noting when you're active and what you click. This behavioral analysis helps them craft irresistible lures in the next phase. The success of an attack often depends on the depth of information gathered here. Reconnaissance is patient, silent, and critical. The less you share, the less ammunition you give. Protecting your information starts with awareness. Next, we'll see how hackers turn this knowledge into action. With enough information, hackers move to the active phase phishing. Phishing uses personalized, convincing messages to trick victims into revealing credentials. Instead of generic warnings, hackers craft lures based on your interests, like a fake photography contest for a photography enthusiast. The link leads to a cloned login page. Enter your details, and the hacker has them. Tools like SET make cloning sites and sending phishing emails effortless. The key is trust. Hackers exploit your habits, interests, and relationships. A message might appear to come from a friend or look like an official alert. The more personal the lure, the higher the success rate. Phishing isn't about breaking encryption, it's about exploiting human nature. Anyone can be a target. Recognizing these tactics is your best defense. Next, let's look at brute force attacks. If phishing fails, hackers may try brute force attacks, relentlessly guessing passwords until one works. They use information from reconnaissance to build targeted word lists, names, birthdays, pet names, and more. Tools like Hydra or Burp Suite's Intruder automate thousands of login attempts. Modern platforms lock accounts after too many failed attempts, but hackers use proxy networks to bypass these limits. This makes attacks harder to detect and block. Weak, predictable passwords are the biggest vulnerability. Even with defenses, a determined attacker with a good word list can break in. Brute force is noisy and slow, but it works against weak security. The lesson: never use personal information in your passwords. Strong, unique passwords are your best defense. Next, let's talk about the real-world consequences of hacking. The risks are higher than you think. Hacking a social media account isn't a harmless prank, it's a serious crime. Unauthorized access violates laws like the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, with penalties including hefty fines and prison time. Law enforcement is skilled at tracking cyber criminals, even those who use proxies. One mistake can leave a digital trail leading straight to the hacker. The myth of the untraceable hacker is just that, a myth. The personal cost of getting caught far outweighs any thrill or gain. For victims, the damage is real. Public humiliation, financial loss, emotional distress, and ruined reputations. Business accounts can suffer lost trust and revenue. Hacking is a violation of privacy and trust, like breaking into someone's home. The skills are powerful, but using them without permission is illegal and unethical. The consequences are never worth the risk. Choose responsibility over recklessness. Protecting your social media accounts is possible, and you don't need to be a tech expert. Use strong, unique passwords for every account, over 16 characters with a mix of letters, numbers, and symbols. Avoid personal information in your passwords. Use a password manager to generate and store complex passwords. Enable two-factor authentication. It stops hackers even if they have your password. Be skeptical of urgent messages or suspicious links. Always check the real web address before clicking. Go directly to websites instead of using emailed links. Legitimate companies won't ask for your password via email. Limit what you share online. Less information means less for hackers to exploit. Review your privacy settings and restrict who can see your posts. Don't accept friend requests from strangers. Every detail you share can be used against you. Simple habits can turn your account into a digital fortress. We've explored how social media accounts are compromised, from reconnaissance to intrusion. The tools and techniques are powerful, but the real vulnerability is often human nature. This knowledge isn't meant to scare, but to empower you to protect yourself. The legal and ethical lines are clear. Never use these skills without permission. The consequences for attackers and victims are severe. But this knowledge can also be a shield. By understanding how hackers think, you can defend yourself and others. The world needs ethical hackers, people who find and fix vulnerabilities before criminals do. If cybersecurity fascinates you, pursue it ethically. Learn, practice legally, and earn certifications. Use your skills to build and protect, not to harm. The choice is yours. Be a builder, not a breaker. Use your knowledge for good. The digital world will be safer because of it.